So listen, this is what happened today. A real life scam happened, right? And our bees are smart, and I'm proud. That's awesome. That means that our people are educated. They listen and they're aware. And like I said, they're active, they're proactive. She immediately texted me. So big shout out to Dr. Andrea and everybody. I think that they know. I'm gonna. She has her name on this when I go through the screenshot she sent me too. So
She's
awesome.
the host of Women in Crypto on Monday nights.
That's right. That's
So,
awesome.
it can happen to anybody.
Hopefully, she goes over it on her show too, because it is. It's a good.
That
It's
would be
actually
smart. Yeah.
usually these are sad stories, but this is a winning story, Tim. You know. So this is the first text that I received. Okay, Doctor A B member. She said, "Hey Ray, are you telegramming me now, asking to borrow ETH?" I was over. I think I was. I don't even know. I was probably messing around on Spaces, but I was like, "What are you?" At first I was like, "No, that's crazy." So I immediately responded back. Well, I don't know if this is it, um, because it's just some more follow up stuff because it's the same B. Because I started to check my account and was like, "Of course, she was going to do it." She's like, "Okay, yeah," because you said you only needed to borrow for a couple hours. I was going to borrow some ETH just for a real quick bit. I'm sure, right? So, and that's what she said. Of course, I would. I'll borrow a couple hours. You're my friend. That's what we do for each other as bees. And it just made me think I better call you first. So, bam. That's another thing that's awesome about our group. Like I said at the beginning, we're accessible, and she immediately reached out. So, what I said is I'd never. This is exactly what, like I said, I took this from our text. I'd never do that. Please delete and do not click on anything from that message. The scams are going to come in hot and heavy, especially from those in our group pretending to be us. Really kind of let that's really going to happen, everybody. Anybody can go and see whoever the moderators are, maybe the admins, they're going to do this. And again, that's why, and I'm talking to our group now, that's why we kind of started stopping all the Skype stuff, all this over here stuff. We need to concentrate just on one thing, and we're going to do that with Discord, right? It's the most comprehensive type of platform that we can get out messages and communications to our group in a very quick and awesome way, because you can do stages, you can do the texting stuff, we can do videos on there. So it's a very robust platform, and this is one of the reasons. Listen, it's all about protecting and keeping this stuff in a central place, right? So that's kind of one of the big reasons that we do this, because again, all these other places, because this came from Telegram, everyone. This is where she was reached out to, was from Telegram. Um, so I'm going to go through. Let me give you some screenshots of what he wrote, because and this is what she told me back. This is a message she wanted, and she sent me all the messages and I'm only going through a few. I'm not going through them all, but she's going through the person who was impersonating me, right? So here's Dr. Andrea. Do I send the address for that? So she's just talking about a certain token, right? Yeah, I was driving, so I only have a little bit of these, very little, but I could send you WPE. Give me your wallet. And this is Dr. Andrea. She already told me. She was just keeping them on, dragging it out because we already knew. So correction, Siri didn't text me correctly. We have a little bit of ETH, but I have a lot of WP. He sent the address and he said send here. Okay, and then the next one. This is the crazy part, because this is exactly my profile. There's nothing. If I would think this is my profile. It's my picture. This is my name. I blacked out my last name, and down here it says at Opus Media Blocks. Okay, and the bio. Get the power. This is exactly it. So the crazy thing is there is one mistake in here, Tim. Can you identify that mistake?
Are all the words spelled correctly?
It looks like it, but I'll tell you, it's this one here. What do you think that letter is?
It's blocks, right? So did they switch that? They switched that to the I, to a
Capital I. It's a capital I.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, and that's an L, everybody. I mean, there's no difference between a lowercase L and a capital I.
Right.
And that is exactly my username. That's cool. I mean, it's crazy, right? So there's nothing else. Like I said, you wouldn't know. Anybody wouldn't know that. But the main thing that had triggered it off for her was me asking for it, right? I'm never gonna do that. No one in our
Right.
group is ever going to do that. Let that sink in. It's not ever going to happen. We don't need to do that. Okay. So, and I didn't mean to jump ahead. This is what she messaged me. Look how smart they were. They said that the tagline was Opus Media Blocks, and they used the I instead, so it looks like the L. So it's crazy, but that's exactly what happened today. And awesome for her. She didn't send anything, and no one got wrecked, because that's what's going to happen more and more and more. The other thing of what everybody needs to do is what everybody needs to do, at least in our community immediately, is you tell us, find an admin, find a moderator, and immediately tell somebody. That's the first the first thing that you need to do in any community. If you're over in the lazy lines, you need to report it immediately to the moderators that are in as admins for that community. Second thing is, as I told you with the report, and you put it in here, Tim, the CFTC.gov and the report fraud .ftc.gov. So those are the two places that you're going to have to and need to report these. But main thing, don't click on crazy links. Don't send money anywhere.